Hello, and welcome to Bajaj Allianz General Insurance Company's Cabin Chronicles. My name is Hiren, and in today's episode, we have with us Mr. A Ramalingam, the Chief Technical Officer at Bajaj Allianz General Insurance. Welcome, sir. So, with a career spanning over 3 decades in insurance, firstly, congratulations, and how and why, sir, this incredible journey?
Well, actually, I started off my career initially as a banker, and I worked in a bank for 2.5 years. And then there was this opportunity as a probationary officer in an insurance company, which came in a newspaper. Obviously, a lot of people apply, and only a fraction of those percentage are actually get selected. And I was one of those lucky ones. So when I actually got into insurance, I never had any clue. I mean, the only thing at those point of time we all knew was life insurance. I had no clue about general insurance. Had some understanding of motor insurance, but otherwise I had no clue of other lines of business. So it was just by chance that I got into it, and now I'm in the 34th year of being in the general insurance, and I think it has evolved. I love this industry because a lot of interesting things have happened in the last, I would say, 10, 15 years. A lot of changes that has happened that has kept us going. It has kept us motivated, and I think it's a great industry for a lot of youngsters also to look up to and treat this as one of their career opportunities. Yeah.
Yes, sir, definitely. Someone recently told me that insurance is one of the professions where any other professions person can work in insurance. Like they can be lawyers, doctors, technicians, all working as part of insurance. So that just shows how how big the domain of insurance is professionally. And coming to different domains in insurance, we actually read that you went from a tech profile to a sales profile and then back, and now you are the CTO. So how did you make that switch between sales and tech and back?
See, initially when I started my career, I was more on the technical side, and I think having spent what nearly 15, 16 or 18 years in the technical side, obviously you kind of want to look at something new, some new challenge. And at that point of time, when Tapan sir became the CEO, that was one of the things that I've been discussing with him, that should I look at a different profile. And then at some point of time, he felt that yes, you need to get into sales because that will make you not only a better person but a better professional. And that's when I took the plunge into being the CDO of the company. I was there from 2015 to 2020. It was a very enriching experience because I think during the time we had a lot of bank assurance tie-ups, dealing with the agency force, the top agents of the company, uh, dealing with all the top brokers, top direct clients. I think it was a really a humbling experience and really a lot to learn because when you go to the other side of the table, you also get to know the kind of travails and the challenges that people face. And I think when I came back to the technical, I think that's something which has helped me because I understand their pain, I understand their issues much better, and I think my stint in the sales actually helped me to sympathize with some of their issues. And it also gives you a balanced perspective. I mean, you look at both the technical part as well as on the sales part and try to see that what is in the best interest of the company. You provide that solution to the people out here. I think that's been the biggest experience that I've gained out of this shift from technical to distribution, then distribution back to technical.
Yes, sir, having a perspective, as you said, right? Having a different perspective and having someone else's perspective is very important in any part of business, especially in technical and sales, which are kind of, they need to absolutely work in synergy for a company to prosper. And as we are here, of course, like it has prospered big time. And we also heard something that in 2000s there was de-tarification, where insurance was no longer sold at the same price and companies could have their own prices. So how did you tackle that, and were you in sales at that time?
No, that was at that point of time I was on the technical side, and obviously it was the first time a de-tarification was happening, and we all expected that the price will go down, but we never expected that the price will crash. And so that was a totally different experience, because from a point where, let's say, for any risk we used to charge 2%, the rate came down to 0.2%. So it's a 90% reduction.
Yeah.
And so that 2007 was the year when this de-tarification happened. And for us, I think it took a year or so to kind of get hold of this situation and try different strategies and come up with something which ensured that, company continues to be profitable. And I think it was a very interesting year. A lot of stress because of the de-tarification, because I think the entire industry was in turmoil during that period. And we at Bajaj Allianz also had to go through, a lot of travails to see to it that how we tide over the situation, at the same time cater to the requirements of the market. I think it took nearly a year for us to kind of come to terms with the fact that now this de-tariffing has come in and you need to live with that fact.
Yeah, it's a big change absolutely in the industry, and where sometimes there's a thing where you just undercut your competition and you get, but that's not how you get customers. That's not how you get loyal customers. It's like price cannot always be king. Ultimately, especially in insurance where service matters so much, that's something that really needs to be taken care of. And speaking of dealing with such troubles, on a personal front, like during such times and even now when you must be having a very hectic schedule. So what are the ways you sort of go back home and relax, unravel, if you do so? Because I've always seen you here.
No, I think, see, you need some kind of relaxation to tide over the stress levels, because I'm sure at Bajik, everyone is stressed out. I think people have stressful working, because I think we are a growing company. We always look to see to it that we are the best in the industry, and the growth path, be it on the profitability side or on the top line side, we want to be seen as the best among the best. And obviously that leads to a lot more pressure coming on each one of us. But I think the one thing that I always looked at is that once you go out of the office, maybe I listen to music. I occasionally, I think earlier I used to see a lot of movies. Now, of course, I don't go out for too many movies. But yeah, on television or on the OTT, I do see some movies and all. But yeah, I think something or the other keeps you engaged in the whole time. And I think it's always depends upon uh, how passionate you are about your work, and that's something which keeps me running even today. I think that's what I would say has kept me going till date.
Yes, yes. Speaking of music, sir, any particular genre of music or any artist that is your personal favorite, just for our viewers?
See, I think I've been brought up listening to Kishore Kumar, Mohammad Rafi, Lata Mangeshkar, and Asha Bhosle. So even till today, I think for me, they are the gods.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And they definitely are of Indian cinema, of Indian music. They definitely are. And a song recommendation for, like as you said about your music taste, right? So people my age don't know a lot. We know the artists, we know them as people, but we do not know a lot of their music. So maybe a song of theirs you would recommend for people like me who would, would be inspired by their music.
See, I think a lot of people talk about, I mean, when I look at Kishore Kumar or somebody like that, a lot of people talk about the bubbly songs that he used to sing. But I think I should actually listen to some of his soulful, sad songs. I think he sung some of those songs, especially if you look at Amar Prem or Johnny Mera Naam and things like that. Excellent songs. I think it gives you a lot of relaxation and you enjoy the music. Obviously, those days music were also much way ahead of what we hear today, because today we see more of cacophony, too much of noise. I think the older music directors and singers were much more melodious, and I think that keeps you kind of relaxed throughout your whether you're traveling or whether you're sitting at home and listening to that music. So I think that's a soothing experience that one it gives you.
Yeah, that's a very unique approach, like listening to not sad but sadder tones of music to actually understand how good an artist is and to relax yourself, because usually what happens is when you get out of work you want to feel cheerful, so you listen to the loud music, the cheerful songs, as you said. So that calmness gets lost somewhere in the hustle bustle, as we say, of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what about sports? I'm sure as an Indian, you are also a cricket fan, I'm guessing.
So I think every Indian loves to play some kind of sport, and in those days, obviously, cricket was the craze among most of the people at that time. We used to have idealize somebody like Gundappa Vishwanath or Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Dev then came in. I think there have been a lot of idols that we have seen at that point of time. In fact, I remember when the Indian cricket team actually won the 1983 World Cup. I remember lining up at the Andheri Chakala Road to see, because they were coming in the bus holding the cup.
Yeah.
It was a great experience because there were so many people standing on the road just to see to it. No, they just landed from London and they were going that way. I think they were going to some.
The victory
So,
parade.
so these are some of the memories that I have on sports, and I believe that sports is something which teaches you a lot. That's very important, I think, for youngsters also today. It's very essential because I see a lot of people today glued onto the mobile phone and playing sports there. That's not a real sport. The real sport is where you actually go to the ground and put yourself through the drill. That gives you a lot of kick and also teaches you a lot about leadership, about accepting defeat and things like that. Other than cricket, I also used to play badminton. It was a sport which I picked up just like that. But I think in Pune, you have got a lot of good badminton courts. And I really enjoyed playing that more to keep myself fit. Nothing on a professional level, but yeah, more on the fitness level. But it was real fun actually doing these two sports. I always love to even watch also. And I think
Yeah, I recently watched a badminton game for the first time in my life, just again online. But it was such a thrilling sport to watch because it's so fast as a game. Where because cricket and football that I watch, it has a lot of pauses, but badminton is very, very continuous. And you actually answered part of my question already. I wanted to ask as a final question that an advice from sports that you picked up that you would give to people like me, to younger people, younger audience.
see, I think if you look at cricket, as I said, it talks more about leadership qualities. It talks to you to how do you face adversities, how do you accept defeat. I think that also is a learning because a lot of people don't accept defeat. They kind of drool over everything and they don't accept defeat. I think the sports teaches you that you will always never win. I mean, you can't say that 100 games I play, 100 games I will win. It's not going to be there. How do you take that defeat in your stride and how do you say that, okay, next time when I go, how do I improve? I think these are some lessons. I think in professional life also, you do learn the same thing. How many mistakes you make and what is the learning out of that mistake that you get. So that next time when you get into that, you don't make the same kind of mistake. Maybe you make a new mistake, but don't make the same mistake. And I think from badminton, as I said, fitness in today's world, when you see a lot of young people, getting afflicted with a lot of diseases and things like lot of because of the lifestyle today we have, it's very essential that people need to keep themselves fit. And I think sports like badminton actually keeps you really fit. So I think these are the two things that I will attribute to. And I would say that the last thing is in life, I personally believe attitude plays a lot of role. What kind of attitude you have towards any situation, towards anything that you do? If you have a positive attitude, I'm sure that you'll always get a positive result. That's the
Absolutely. Like going back to the point you said about cricket, like you need to learn how to lose. I read somewhere that a captain becomes a captain not because of what he says when the team wins, but because of what he says when the team loses. So to keep up that motivation for not just yourself, but you have so many people working under you. So
to handle.
exactly. And that's just 11. You have like hundreds and thousands of us working under you. So absolutely. So it was an absolute pleasure and honor sharing this experience with you. And thank you so much. Please do keep informing and please do keep advising, guiding us as you have always been. And thank you so much, viewers, for tuning in to another episode. And stay tuned, stay subscribed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.